Mostly I look for things off the ball. So how many head checks you're doing, do you know what to do before you have the ball? A lot of the times, a player is trying to figure it out when he gets to his foot and trying to see how fast they can think, what they can do. Basically just their smarts prior to receiving the ball. And then obviously the defensive work, on the opposite side, 90 minutes in a game, you might have the ball for a minute and 30 seconds. So everything you're doing is off the ball.
When I see a field player, I'm looking for vision. How far he could see ahead of the game and what he can bring to the team, not to himself.
First thing I'm looking for is quality on the ball. And then after that, their decisions that they make in the game situations. And then afterwards, the players I like, I'll meet with them and kind of ask them some interview questions to see if it's a good fit.
Just to relax, have fun, and just play. And what happens, so be it. And here's what I always tell players. You can't fix something that's already broken, and don't cry over spilled milk. It's done. Move on.
I think have fun, enjoy the experience. I think so much times people will put pressure on themselves in these situations, but the main thing is to remind yourself, you're a good player, have confidence, and then enjoy the moment.
Consistency with risk-taking.
Okay.
So instead of just playing simple all the time, are you trying to break lines? Are you trying to do things that are out of the normal? A lot of players just don't want to make a mistake, but is that how you're going to play all the time? So kind of looking to see, are you a risk taker? Are you willing to do something that the other player is not willing to do?
Consistency, for me, but someone that can score a special goal, I'll definitely catch my attention more. Yeah.
Always consistency, absolutely. You can be the best player for me today, but if the next 3 weeks you're a mediocre player, you're inconsistent. You're not bringing anything to the table. You're not bringing anything to the team. Once you're consistent on a consistent basis every week, the team only gets better. And in the game, there's only one stat that matters the most, and it's the final score. And consistency brings the final score. Where his awareness on the field and what he's looking to see to contribute to the team that's on the field. You'll know some players will just stand on the field and they'll kind of be lost for the first 10, 15 minutes. And when you see a player now moving and being aware of what's in it, and he's already thinking 2-3 plays ahead, what he's going to figure out and what he needs to do, and he's evaluating his defenders, who he's up against the rest of the game, and he's saying, okay, he might be looking a little slow, so maybe I push the ball more left, then I push the ball more right, or whatever it is. But he's always aware of what's going on around him. German players are workaholics and mentally tough. And what it brings is, if you don't have that, you can be the best player in the world, all of these things, and lazy, but you're lazy. You don't bring anything to the team. I'd rather have 11 workaholics, 11 mentally tough, than 11 lazy players that are skillful. And so what I look for is players that are mentally tough, consistently are going to work. And when you can put that recipe, 11 on the field, you are going to win.
Definitely want both, but I'm always looking for their reactions from a mistake and seeing how quickly they can respond.
Not treating it as if it's your chance to shine. If you're just going out there to kind of go through a walkthrough and you're just not mentally or physically, emotionally there, leave it on the pitch. That's what you want to see as a coach. How are you going to be in my program? How are you going to be on an everyday basis? And this is kind of the chance to see that. We don't want to see an inflated version of it. We just want to see who you are on a regular basis. And if that's who you are, okay, but don't leave something to chance. Give it everything that you have. It's just like when you would go to a pro combine or something like that. You want to find one way to stand out. Is that your communication? Is that your work rate? Is that just the way that you are going to, organize people? You know, you have to find a way to be able to do that.
Yeah.
You know, are you going to wear pink socks over the blue socks? You know,
Yeah.
what's that one that you're going to be like, oh yeah, I remember that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. I have 6 players on my current roster from Scholar Book, and I really enjoy having diversity in my team. I like players with all different skill sets, but also like having a team that have different backgrounds, and it makes the group stronger. So I really enjoy coming to the showcase and recruiting these players.
Great. You know, I think last year between the men's and the women's program, I had about 15, 16, you know, over the last couple of years. So quite a few. Great women from Germany. They have been phenomenal in the program. They're actually graduating this year. So definitely was looking for a few more coming in. And then the guys have been, this is probably my best freshman class that we've ever had. And so I think they're going to be phenomenal next year. We had some from the French showcase, which was fun to see. We had 2 from there. I think last year, maybe 7, 8 from here. So quite a few. And some have been great right from the start. Some just need a little bit of, encouragement. And it's been, the thing that I've loved the most is their personalities. Like they're family oriented. They want to be impactful on and off the field, and they're really willing to kind of do what it takes to just be good human beings. So it's been a great experience. Yeah.